you know what I will ask this of you is, you know, as someone who is watching from the peripherals of this whole movement that's going on, like I want to know more. I want to know more about this whole time travelers thing. And I, you know, we don't have to go too deep, but
what we're here to do.
Give it to me. Like I need to. You've broken it down for me before. Yeah. When I think when the whole thing started, you kind of gave me like an elevator pitch real quick, and I thought it was intriguing. But now you've stepped it up to the next level. Your kind of chips are all on the table. And you're like, let's fucking go, which I love. So I guess the question is, I'm not trying to interview you here, but what the fuck is going on?
All right, so what the fuck is going on? Well, the answer is, first of all, I don't really know. Okay, so let's just put that out there. Based on data and, you know, marketing books that we've shared, and a lot of case studies, I realized that I want to give my music a push. Like I want to give it all that I can.
Right.
Before I say, you know what? Because I want to make a living doing this. Yeah. I want to go on tour. I want to play. I want to make a mark. You know, that's what I want to do. And a lot of the marketing books that I read, like about branding, was about like, take who you are and put it out there. Put it out there so that 80% of people are immediately turned off by it.
Right.
Do that because if you appease everyone, you are nothing. Right? You're just a snowflake. You're dust in the wind.
Yeah.
You're pissing in the pond and expecting something to turn green. No pun intended. But I love making music, and I want to do it, like I said. And I love sci-fi. I love philosophy. I love all these things. I love all these aspects of my personality, and all these passions that I have. But not until recently did I decide to put them all together, because music is in my mind like a commodity. Everyone consumes music, and music is. The differentiator in the music is not necessarily music. It's the voice, or it's the image of the music, right? Like when I look at bands like Oasis, I don't see them any different. Well, this is going to cause controversy, but in certain aspects, Cardi B and Oasis. To me, what are the common denominators there? Both in their heyday, she's still in her heyday, are able to make tremendous headlines.
Right.
The personalities are what shine or shone through. Sean. Who the fuck says Sean?
Who says Sean? Yeah.
They shined. It's the personalities. It's the image. Then I look back at the Beatles. Their haircuts. They had these haircuts. Those are like Antichrist haircuts back in the early 60s. Then I look at bands like Iron Maiden, and I look at Metallica, and you start to see something happening. You look at Kiss, and these guys were just making run-of-the-mill like top 40 rock music. But what made them pop through is they created a world. They created this Comic-Con-like fan engagement and obsession, because they created an immersive world that people could belong to. They're part of this secret club.
Yeah, it's more than music.
It's not
for a product, yes.
Exactly. So it's like the Galactic Federation of Time Travelers is really the brand. Time travel is the brand. Music is a vertical of that brand. It's like Nike, just do it. But they have shoes, and they have all kinds of, they have socks, they have all kinds of different things. And Lululemon, we talk about all the time. Why can they sell leggings that expensive? And why are they that expensive? Well, they put so much into their community. They put so much into the yoga and the train. Even you go to Fairview, that's local shopping center, shout out, Point Claire, shout out. It's really about building something more than the product alone. Because if you have a product alone, and I learned this from my past business, if you have a product alone and you have no brand, you are subject to commodity pricing. You are just competing with everyone else, and the best price wins.
Yeah.
That's why the focus on building a brand is what, first of all, cuts you through. There's less competition. If you look at 10 rock and rollers, and 9 out of 10 are wearing flannel shirts and jean jackets, and one of them is wearing a spacesuit, I guarantee you, the one in the spacesuit is going to pop through more. And I'm crazy enough to do it.
I love it.
I tie in my philosophies of life, not to be taken too seriously. Obviously, this is not a cult, as like some haters might say.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's no different than Kiss. It's no different than like Slipknot.
Like the Grateful Dead, man. It's like
Exactly like the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
A slow, steady burn. I want to make music for the rest of my life, and I want to go on tour and play for people who want to see me.
Right.
And I can only do that if I really commit to building a universe and environment that builds a fun, insane world for them to be part of. You know, it's escapism. This podcast is just another vessel of that.
Right.
Because I can't be really building a rapport with people just through like future predictions it's a hard barrier.
Right.
So that's an aspect of it. But like long form conversation and learning like so much from podcasts over the years, and Lord Rogan, because in the year 2248, Lord Rogan is one of the
he's the commander in chief,
one of the elders. But he showed me that he's a stand-up comedian. But his podcast, do you think has helped him fill stadiums?
Oh, I mean,
didn't hurt.
I mean, didn't hurt him at all.
Didn't hurt. So the unsexy part of this is I see it also as a funnel, because I have to make a living. I have to make this. I have other ventures that go on a lot unsexier in the background, but this is the one that I love. And for this to be viable by itself, I need to create a sales funnel. And how can I create that sales funnel? Well, if I'm doing this podcast, I'm putting out this content, not everyone's going to like my music, but at least I will have an audience who gives some kind of shit about me, who would be willing to try it.
Yeah.
And I'm comfortable enough in my music and my skin, and that I think that I'll be able to convert a small amount of them to be music fans.
Yeah, and I think your product, it's great because it's not like a snake oil situation where you're just promising some sort of bullshit and you're not delivering. Your music's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
your product is great.
Thanks, man.
So it's a win-win. And you're just kind of casting your net as wide as possible.
Exactly. So like whether it's, the Gallagher brothers or Cardi B or Slipknot or Lady Gaga, Lady Gaga's got the little monsters. Slipknot's got the maggots. I don't know if you knew that one.
I didn't know that.
MISCHO's got the time travelers. And it's just a fun little community. And I always say, I'm like, I can't wait for like a few years from now. Someone tells me that they were in Amsterdam or something, and they're at a coffee shop, and someone sends them a coffee because they have like a sticker, a time travel sticker on their laptop, and they say, oh, it's on the Federation. It's like just a good vibe, paying it forward kind of thing.
Yeah, I love that.